The extreme Elbrus adventure is physically demanding and requires special skills unlike any of our other tours. For those of you that are interested in this tour, you don't have to prepare in advance other than trying to make sure that your cardiovascular system is ready to go. This tour requires, if you're going to summit this mountain, that for approximately 12 hours in a row, you trudge in one direction straight uphill. And so it's a question of endurance and stamina cardio-wise. The other skills that you have, we'll try to give you when you arrive. And those skills include trying to stop yourself from sliding with an ice axe, and that's called arresting a slide. Also, maybe walking uphill in crampons, which is a special device designed to keep your feet from slipping on that type of terrain. But these are the things that our guides can teach you specifically once you're up on the mountain. And so we'll start you early on in the tour at the base camp called Elbrus, also known as Azal. The altitude or elevation there is a little bit over 2,300 meters. From that point, the guides will take you on different day excursions to acclimatize you to the region so that you might have a chance to make it to the top. Something called altitude sickness could take effect and prevent you from getting to the top if we're not careful. And that includes dizziness, maybe vomiting, or some headaches. And those are things that you don't want if you're trying to make it to the summit. So each new day, our guides will take you to a different altitude. And incrementally, you'll work your way up the mountain until the guides feel like you're ready to make a run for the summit. That'll completely depend on the weather. And so our guides will look for a good gap in the weather when you can jump up to the top. That may mean that you have to wait in your cabin or your hut for a day while that's getting into place. But the guide is there to take care of you and to give you the best chance to reach the top. During the time when you stay at someone's home or in a hotel, you'll have Western style bathrooms, seated style bathrooms. Also, at different points going up the mountain, you'll have outhouses to use. They won't be nice at all, be a alpine outhouse. But the real thing that I need to share with you is that on the day that you make an attempt to summit, if you need to go to the bathroom on those days, then there's nowhere for you to shelter yourself when you go to the bathroom. But just be aware that that may be asked of you as you climb to the top of Mount Elbrus. If you would, consider what you're doing. You're going at high elevations to the very top over a period of days. And so there's going to be days when you sleep in very cold conditions. And so, of course, we're going to provide you with shelter from the wind and from the snow, but there's no way for us to avoid the fact that you're going to sleep in a place that's very, very cold. And so because you guys will be going to high altitudes and to a place where there's really no grocery stores or restaurants to speak of, then we'll need to plan very carefully for your trip up the mountain. First of all, let me say that if you have any allergies or you have any dietary restrictions, right off the bat, please let us know so that we can plan accordingly. But also, when we take food up, it's going to need to be food that really gives you the best opportunity to make it to the top. That involves not taking a whole lot of risk with the things that you eat. So you'll be eating some things that to you may seem a little bland according to your regular diet. Apples, cheese, things that don't spoil very quickly and give you lots of energy. Not popular here are things like bars with nuts and seeds, things that are granola-ish. We're going to have to find some kind of supplement for those products. And so if you want to try something like that to bring it with you, you can. It's going to make your pack a little bit heavier, but you may want to do that if that's the way that you know you like to get energy into your body. But we're going to pick some very staple items as substitutes for those types of products, and they should accomplish the exact same thing. And so just be aware that we need to plan very well for this trip. And so think ahead. If you need to let us know something in advance, please do. Or if you want to bring something that might be a little different from what we can provide in this area, then think about that as well. Otherwise, know that we have people going up and down the mountain on the things that we'll provide you for food.